Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video and to a new NQ market review. As always, I'm going to share with you the trades that I took and walk you through the potential setups and opportunities that you could have taken during the day. So today is Friday and it was so easy to read this price action. Straightforward. We have a big expansion to the downside followed by some consolidation and then another expansion to the downside. That's it. Price did only this during the day and couple of sweeps in between, right? Expansion, some mitigations, sweeps, and then another expansion after the consolidation, right? So here's the two trades that I took. Two trades based on the same idea. First one here and then exiting here. As always, here's the strategy. Sweeping here, we have a zone here, right? I'm going to show it later on TradingView, and then another scalp on the 15-second time frame, right? One trade on the 1 minute, another one on the 15-second time frame. So let's get started, and let's go first of all from the higher time frame. As always, let's go to the 1 hour first of all. So following market structure, no buys. We have no buys. If the market wants to trade up, then we're going to long it. If it wants to trade down, we're going to short it. That's it. We don't have pre-judgment. No. What we can see. So this is Thursday price action, right? On Thursday, price traded to the upside. It swept this high right here, sweeping this high and failed to close below it. And then the CSS happened here. So this whole candle now will become the range that price might reject from, right? Following the trend. So this is our model working on the higher time frame, and we tapped into a zone right here, a 15-minute zone, right? So this is what you want to do if you are looking for continuation of the trend. You want for price to sweep a certain high, tap into a zone, and then the CSS happened. So CSS happened below this candle, returned back, and price traded to the downside, right? Let's go now to the 15-minute time frame and see what did we have. We can see that on Friday, price did a retracement into this zone right here, right? This zone right here. This zone is part of this swing point. So we have expansion, and then we have a pullback, right? Expansion, pullback, and then another expansion and a break of structure. So now this becomes the zone, this low to this high. So price pulled back into it, not a market structure shift, right? Not a market structure shift above this high right here. No, this is a pullback. This is only to offer the pullback. If we're going to see a reversal for the trend, maybe you're going to break this high right here. This is an important high, right? Because it was the one that swept liquidity. Price has absolutely no reason to come back all the way to here and then trade to the downside, especially after this run. If price here maybe decided to do another sweep, then that's acceptable. But after breaking this high or this low, there is no reason to come back here, right? So that's the one that's going to reverse the trend, this short-term bearish trend. So this whole move again, and I'm going to show you. So remember this whole move to upside. This is where I based my lower time frame short later on. Not this move, but an identical move on the 1 minute time frame later on. So this tells you how price is fractal. Anyway, we traded to the upside and we liquidated all of these highs right here, smooth highs, mitigated this zone, this inner zone that is part of the swing point, right? So now let's go to the 5 minute, and here's those smooth edges. So we tapped on it 50% and look what happened right here. We tapped into it, price started going to the downside, one more time sweeping this. We swept this high and tapped into the 50%. How do we know that price is likely to drop lower and not do another sweep? As always, the CSS confirmation below this candle. All right, so price closed below the candle that caused a sweep, return back into it. So this is our model happening on the 5 minute once again after it happened on the 1 hour on the higher time frame. So return back, beautiful trade. You could have taken this one right here. So this sweep and the CSS and rejecting from the 50% of the zone, it set the catalyst for the whole day. Bearishness till the close, right? So let's go now to the 1 minute time frame. I hope you are following. This is quite a basic market structure. There is no complex or complicated concepts here, just candles, highs, lows, body closures, and so on. So where is it? Okay, so here's that CSS, as you can see, happened below this, and the 1 minute market structure shift happened after it. So here's that break of structure on the 1 minute, and the CSS happened before it, right? So I told you that a CSS on a higher time frame, it is a lower time frame market structure shift. So break of structure, return to this zone, another break of structure, return to this zone. I believe this was a sweep on maybe the 30-second, the 50-second. So this is our model printing again, right? Another break of structure, returning back. We didn't tap really into the zone. Another move to the downside, and look at this right here. Price return into this zone right here, this fractal, from this low to this high, right? This is a fractal or a pullback on the lower time frame. So on the lower time frames, it will look like this. This is the zone, right? Let's bring this back. Price return into it, started turning away one more time, sweeping this high. Once again, the model printing, and then the CSS happened here, and then the break of structure, right? So this right here, this zone to here will become the SNDR, or the zone responsible for breaking this low, which is basically the last move to the upside or the last pullback before the expansion and the break of structure. And also paired up with the CSS confirmation, sweep, zone, price return back into it, right? You could have taken a direct entry, you put your stop loss right here, or you wait for another confirmation, although it is not necessary, but maybe you want to refine your entry. But here you go, a beautiful. Another time the model is printing, putting this high, trading to the downside, one more time, sweeping this high, right? And then the CSS confirmation, the break of structure here happened, price return here, and this is still valid because we have a break of structure, right? We don't have a sweep right here. If price swept this low, and then we have the CSS confirmation, so price is likely to trade above this high, maybe mitigate deeper levels into here. But as you can see, break of structure, you can take a direct entry from here without waiting for another confirmation, right? But as you can see, one more time, price putting this high, started trading lower, one more time, sweeping this high right here, tapping into the zone. I believe this was seen on the 3-minute time frame. Let's see, it was this one. So another sweep, as you can see here, beautiful sweep, and then CSS happened here. So as you can see, straightforward price action. So moving on, another expansion leg, break of structure, return back into the zone. We have no sweeps right here, so not a valid setup, but you can of course find setups on the lower time frames, the 5-second, the 15-second, but let's stick to the 1 minute time frame, right? So putting this high inside this zone, mitigating 30% of the zone, another expansion to the downside, and look what happened right here. Remember that pullback, that big move earlier on, it happened here on the 1 minute time frame, right? A big explosive move to the upside. A lot of traders will see this as a market structure shift. No, this is not a market structure shift. This is your ultimate sell signal, especially if price fails to take a high, which is here sweeping that, and then the CSS confirmation returning back into the zone. This was my first entry. I was so confident that price is going to take this low, but unfortunately I exited here. Right, I'm still working on that slide, but I know I was confident that the price is going to take this. I couldn't hold till here, but based on this idea, I took another short from here, and it was on the 15-second time frame, right? So let's go back. So here's my first entry from here to here, and as you can see, I didn't wait for a deeper pullback. When you see this big move to the upside, expects another similar move to it, right? A similar move. Price will not give you deep pullbacks right here, so don't risk missing this beautiful setup. So this was the first entry on the 1 minute. If you go to the 15-second time frame, here's another beautiful entry. So as you can see, sweeping this high, right? And this is the break of structure happening with the CSS confirmation, returning back another 1-to-1. So as you can see, price did another sweep. Let's see it on the trading view. Here's that another sweep, and this is the candle responsible for the sweep. So here's the CSS confirmation, and what happens after the break of structure. So you can take a direct entry after price return into this zone, or you can refine it one more time. But look what happened. One more time, price put in this high, started trading lower. One more time, sweeping this into this zone. I believe this was a sweep on maybe the 5 minute, I believe. So no, it was on the 5 minute time frame, right? As you can see, sweeping this, but this was actually within the candles, a bit advanced. So we swept this high right here, returned back and closing back inside the range, and the CSS happening here, right? So this becomes a zone. Let's go back to the 1 minute time frame. We have this whole zone. We have the break of structure happening here. This is now the SNTR, price returned back into it here. Now this is internal structure, right? One more time, sweeping this high into the SNDR, and the CSS happened here again. So how many setups, right? A lot of setups to choose from, and this is on the 1 minute time frame. Imagine being on the 15-second time frame. Price never gave a valid entry, but we can moving on. Price traded to here into this zone, started trading lower. We have another zone right here with the break of structure, returning back into here. We swept this high, and CSS also happened here. So this could have been a losing trade, right? Because as you can see, price did another sweep here. Another sweep and another CSS below this candle, returning back. Beautiful trade here. Now we have an opposing setup situation, right? Price swept this low, right? And then the CSS happened here above this candle, trading to the upside, sweeping now this high, another CSS confirmation. So now we are between two models, right? So it's better to avoid this or just be careful. Price started trading to the upside, and here we have another sweep on the 5 minutes, I believe, inside that zone. So here we go, putting this high just below the 50%, trading to the downside, another sweep, and then the CSS confirmation. You can check my old videos. This is my whole strategy. I use it on the higher time frame, the lower time frame. I have been preaching this strategy for the last 3 months. So here's the CSS confirmation here, break of structure returning back inside the zone, another beautiful entry, and this was the end of the day. So what do you think? Straightforward price action, right? Okay, so now I believe this is the end of this video. If you have any kind of questions, DM me on my Twitter account or leave a comment down below and I will answer you as soon as I can. Now, happy trading and good luck.